So next up we have Paul Donnan. Paul is an award-winning senior designer at Each Another, where he designs e-commerce, IoT and fintech experiences. And Paul is going to talk to us about automating the customer experience.
Hello everyone, I am Paul Donnan and I am a designer with Each Another. For one more day, I'm going to work day. So hello to all my colleagues, old and new. So the holy grail of the internet is a holistic view of all your personal data, powering an experience so deep and pervasive that nothing feels targeted and everything feels knowing and aware. And as we move rapidly towards this future, embracing things like machine learning and AI, I wondered if we'd really taken the time to question our approach, question the principles and ideas that are informing our designs. Are we comfortable with how we're designing using personal data? Or are we designing like Netflix, who shows cover art variants of one of its movies based on what color skin it thinks you have? Are we okay with this? Swiss philosopher Alain de Botton said, "Political and ethical ideas can be written into window frames and door handles." I wondered if the same was true of our designs. In 2014, Google's AI company DeepMind was given access to the motherlode of NHS patient data. And they designed an app to predict kidney failure, which turned out no better than existing procedures. But the real problem was that they circumvented regulation. Patients weren't informed, they didn't consent, their data was used for research, and it wasn't anonymized, which led to them getting into a bit of a pickle. The likes of Google and Facebook seem to get themselves into this situation all the time. They pour money into unusual projects, and when the heat gets applied, they bail, and their nefarious creations get buried. What good might DeepMind have done if they'd taken an ethical, apolitical approach? If they designed for the good of the user who had provided them with the data? Perhaps it might have been something like Babylon's GP chatbot, which opens up the geography and timing of basic healthcare. It's always available wherever you are because it's on your phone. And the AI has received exam scores as good as human doctors. But not everyone is as benevolent. We know the data isn't collected to benefit those that collect it. And Tim Cook is probably right when he says that the data is being weaponized against us with military efficiency. And the Cambridge Analytica scandal has revealed with shocking clarity the scale and reach of this weaponization. But are we introducing more subtle ethical problems in the way that we design in our everyday work? In a world where users expect to trade their privacy for services, do we have any obligation to them? Or to paraphrase Homer, should they like what we tell them to like? Can we do whatever we want with the data they've provided us? But what if this data economy was turned on its head? What would it mean if users owned their own data, controlled the access to it, and selectively allowed, would that change our approach? And there are efforts towards this goal. Inrupt's Solid, an app from the inventor of the web itself, Tim Berners-Lee, is one such attempt to give you back ownership and control of your personal data. You have your own storage pod, authorized apps, websites, people can read and write data to it. The benefit for you is control, and for everyone else is the data is always live and constantly being enriched. But who knows if it will gain traction or be thwarted by the likes of this fucker. But joking aside, I believe that we as designers, that we can make a difference, but we need to pause at this moment and think about and question our approach. In our quest for uncanny awareness, we must be benevolent and not manipulative. To achieve this, we need to really understand our users and the context in which they operate, especially if it's at odds with our goals. And we have to give the users the respect they deserve, even if they don't expect it. we must think about what political and ethical ideas we're weaving into our designs. I am Paul Donnan. You've all been amazingly drunk. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.